Hi guys, welcome back to J Sigma Math. If this is your first time of meeting me, my name is Joel Babatunde, and in this video, I'll be explaining fraction. What is fraction? Fraction is a part of a whole. Fraction is like a section of a whole thing. Example, let's take, for example, human body. The human body is divided into several parts. We have the hand, the legs, the mouth, the ears, the eyes, the nose. These are parts of the human body. But now let's take a more comprehensive example. Let's say we have a birthday cake or a wedding cake. The cake has 3 candlesticks on it. Now, when the cake was divided into 4 equal parts, it happened that just 3 out of those 4 parts had a candlestick. Now, and only 1 part has no candlestick. So that means that each part of the cake, the 3 of them, had a candlestick, while only 1 does not have. Now, how do we write this mathematically? Now, we'll say 3/4 of the cake has candlestick on it, while 1/4 of the cake has no candlestick on it. Now, if you look at 3/4, which is 3/4, the 3 above means that just 3 parts of the cake has candlestick on it, and the 4, which is below, means that the cake is divided into 4 parts. Now let's look at the 1/4, which is also 1/4. The 1 above means that just 1 part of the cake has no candlestick on it, and the 4, which is below, means that the cake is divided into 4 parts. Now, just like we name the parts of a human body, we give something that had 5 fingers. We called it hand. The part that we use for seeing is called the eyes, so it was named. Likewise, we want to name the part of a fraction. Now let's take an example, 3/4. The 3 above is called the numerator, while the 4 below is called the denominator. By the way, numerator and denominator might be a big grammar to you, but I will help you simplify the meaning of numerator. Numerator means the number of parts we are referring to, while denominator means the number of parts the whole is divided into. Like the example of the cake we gave earlier. Now, if I refer to the cakes that has the candlestick on it, I will say they are just 3. If I say the cake that do not have a candlestick on it is just 1, so that's the numerator, 3, 1. But if we talk about the denominator, we'll talk about the number of parts the whole is divided into. Now, in the previous example I gave, the cake is divided into 4 parts. So that's why we have 3/4 and 1/4. Now let's take another example to explain the concept of fraction better. Let's say an orange is cut into 6 parts. If 1 of the 6 parts is eaten, then we'd say we have eaten 1 out of 6 of the whole orange. Now, we would say, mathematically, we would say that's 1/6, or which could also be said as 1/6. Now, the numerator, which is 1, means that just 1 part of the orange has been eaten, while the denominator 6 means that the orange is divided into 6 parts. That means out of 6, 1 has been eaten. That's 1 out of 6 has been eaten. Now, if I may ask, what will be the fraction that shows that 5 parts of the orange has been eaten? I believe our answer will be 5/6. That's 5/6. And the 5 is the numerator, which means that 5 parts out of the orange has been eaten, while 6, which is the denominator, means that the orange is divided into 6 parts. Now, it would be nice if we try to cover up the types of fractions that we have. Now, we have just 3 kinds of fraction. The first is the proper fraction. Now, I want you to consider this fraction: 1/3, 3/5, 7/9, and 1/5. Now, I want you to notice that in the 4 fractions, that all of the numerators are smaller than the denominators. Hence, we say that the value of the numerator is smaller than the value of the denominator. 1/3, 1 is smaller than 3, so 1 will be up, 3 will be down. That's the proper fraction. But now let's take the study of these fractions: 2/7, 4/3, 1/5, 18/11, and 2/3. Now, you would know that 2/7 is a proper fraction. Why? Because 2 is smaller than 7. And if you also look at 4/3, I don't think this is a proper fraction. 4 is greater than 3, so that's not a proper fraction. 1/5, 1 is smaller than 5, so 1 is a proper fraction. 18/11, 18 is bigger than 13, so that's not a proper fraction. 2/3, 2 is smaller than 3. Yes, 2/3 is a proper fraction. So we'd say 2/7, 1/5, and 2/3 are proper fraction, while 4/3 and 18/11 are not. So what are these fractions? What are they called? These fractions that are not improper fraction. They are called improper fraction. What is an improper fraction? Improper fraction is a fraction that the value of the denominator is smaller than the numerator. Hence, just like 4/3, 3 is smaller than 4, and 18 over 11. 11 is smaller than 18. So 4 over 3 and 18 over 11 as an example of improper fraction. Now move to the third kind of fraction. Is called a mixed fraction. This is a little bit complex, but with the explanation I'm going to give you, you're going to understand mixed fraction properly. If 6 boys are to share 7 mangoes equally, how do you think it's going to be shared? Now 6 boys, 7 mangoes. If they take it 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, you have just 1 mango left. So how do they share the mango? That mango left. Is it going to be given to one out of them? So 1 has 2. No, they said it should be shared equally. So what do? We divide. We share that 1 mango into 6 places such that each of them now have equal. Now, therefore, we say each boy then has 1 whole, that's 1 whole mango, and 1 part out of 6 parts. That means that the one remaining, we divided it into 6 parts. So we now give them each part of the mango. So that means they're going to be having 1 whole mango plus 1/6 of the remaining mango, and so they have 1 whole number 1 over 6. So you can see that it is 1, which is a whole number, and 1 over 6, which is a fraction. What kind of fraction? Because the numerator is smaller than the denominator. So a number that combines whole number and fraction together is called a mixed fraction. Sometimes it's also called a mixed number. This brings us to the end of today's class. You can ask any question or give a suggestion on the video you want next. Now, you can do this in the comment section. Don't forget to leave a comment. Bye.